This is AustinLifestyles and AustinCats.com. I'm here with
Margot Lester.
How you doing, Margot?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Great. And you're a panelist?
I am.
You're a speaker. What are you going to speak on, and what's your panel?
I'm talking about love in the cloud, virtual vows.
Oh, okay, cool.
So this is being married in the ether.
That's awesome, yeah.
It's kind of crazy, huh?
What are the highlights of what you're going to talk about? What's in your mind that you're thinking about that you want to get across in your panel?
Well, I think what we want to do is explore what's going on with this phenomenon. Are people really getting married just in another plane? You know, what happens to people who are still married in real life? Are you doing Second Life, and maybe you have a marriage in real life, but you're married in Second Life? Are you married just to someone you've never met and never planned to meet? And what's that about, and how does that work, and what are the social implications? When you're a couple, you can go out with your friends as a couple and do stuff together. If you're part of a couple with another person who lives, you know, in Australia, do you bring your iPhone and have them standing next to you to watch the movie together? Are you texting as dinner goes on? We're going to explore how that kind of works out.
Now, are any of these real marriages, or are they all just virtual, pretend marriages?
Well, they're real to the people who have them.
Right.
The question is...
They don't get a marriage certificate from a state? Or
not from a state, but you can go to... There's a couple of websites that will give you the ability to propose to someone and have an internet contract.
Right.
So... is it real or not? We're at the cusp of that, and I think that's one of the things we're going to discuss. Right now, there's no legal issues around it at all. You are not legally bound if you agree to marry online. There's no one who marries you online in that kind of legal way that we have in real life.
Right. Right. So how many of these have there been that you know about?
We're not really sure of the real numbers because you can't really track it.
That you know about personally?
I know about probably 10, not people in my life, but just that I've read about. So, but I think that especially in Second Life, there are many people out in that environment who are forming these kind of marital relationships. How many? Who knows? Okay.
And do any of these actually end up in real face-to-face marriages ultimately?
Well, I think for a lot of these people, the draw is that they don't.
They don't? Okay.
That they get to maintain one part of their life separate from their marital life.
Now, are mostly these single people, or are these married people doing this?
I would say that there's a fair number of people who are married in real life. But through Second Life, usually we find it in Second Life or in any of those other online communities where you can live out an alternate life. Your avatars are getting married who are not married in real life.
Now, are you virtually married yourself?
I am not. I'm married the old-fashioned way in real life.
Okay.
But my husband did just propose to me again via one of the online vow sites.
So you're both online.
That's right. That's how we met. So we do, you know, I do believe it has a place in relationships, but I'm not sure that being married in the ether, I'm not sure I'm quite there yet.
Where did you meet online?
We met at salon.com.
Oh, salon. Interesting.
Yes.
That's kind of highbrow.
You know, I don't know if it's highbrow, but we liked it. It was certainly the right...
It's definitely a high-end discussion forum.
Yes, it was definitely the ideology of that was, and that's what made each of us independently think it would be a good place to find a match, because ideologically and lifestyle-wise, it was kind of a community we already felt a part of, even though we were 1,500 miles apart at the time.
And are you still on Salon? Do you still participate?
I participate, but not on the singles part, and not on the date. But I do participate in some of the discussions there.
And are you on the well also?
I have been. I haven't been lately.
Yeah, cool. And your husband, I guess he's on there. And
oh yeah.
So you kind of chat on the forums?
We do occasionally find each other, you know, and I'm like, no, I don't agree with that. This is what I think. So it's kind of fun.
That's great. Yeah. Okay. What about Austin? What do you think? What do you like about Austin?
I've always liked Austin. This isn't my first.
Where are you from?
I'm from Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Okay, Tar Heel country.
Tar Heel, sadly, yes. We didn't prevail in the ACC tournament.
Yeah.
But I like Austin's got a fun vibe that I've always liked. I like that it's the mix of a good college town, which is what Chapel Hill is. But it's also got a lot of good stuff with the politics angle from being the capital. So I think it's really fun. And then you can't beat the music. I mean, you know.
Music,
it's pretty good.
And where do you eat when you're in Austin?
You know, a lot of times I love the Casino El Camino for the hamburgers.
Okay.
Just fantastic. And last night we went to La Traviata, which I'd never been to.
Really?
And wow,
What'd you eat
fantastic. I had a lovely roasted beet salad, which is quite good, and then I had a 4-cheese ravioli to die for, and then they had an orange ricotta cheesecake that was just...
That's out on South Congress, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The cheesecake, huh?
Yeah, so good.
Real good?
So good.
Yeah.
It was like a dreamsicle with the graham cracker crust.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty righteous.
And are you going to any parties while you're here?
You know, I'm sure we'll pop in to some. It's just, you know, I like to keep it kind of fluid and see what's happening. We have a lot of friends who live in Austin. We try to catch up with them when we're out here.
Great.
So sometimes that means skipping a party to go hang out with people I don't get to see every day.
That's great. And what panels or events are you going to go to right here in this convention center?
Well, you know, there's one tomorrow afternoon about are the internet's killing online dating.
Okay.
And so I'm really interested in that. One of my day jobs is an advice columnist for Match.com.
Oh, great.
So I'm very interested in seeing if I think the internets are helping online dating, but you know, I think they're looking at whether Facebook and Twitter and things are going to take you out of the need for a real site that's dedicated to dating.
I see what you're saying.
I kind of don't think it will.
Yeah.
But you never know. Maybe I'll learn something tomorrow.
What do you think of eHarmony?
I think eHarmony works for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think the trick with online dating is you have to feel really comfortable with the community that each of those dating utilities provides.
Yeah.
So whether it's you know, eHarmony is a little more values based.
Yeah.
But I think there's JDate for Jewish people who want to date other Jewish people.
Yeah.
I think that there's any of those sites, as long as you really are sort of okay with who's on there and it's the kind of people you want to meet, I think it's going to make you successful.
Yeah.
So, and you know, my big advice to people is look at all the sites.
What's the one called Singing Fish or Catching Fish or something like that?
I haven't heard about that one.
It's supposed to be the most popular one. I can't think of it.
Interesting.
There's the word fish in it.
I'll have to check that one out.
Anyway, well, great. It's great that you're here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Are you going to stay for the music and the film also, or just interactive?
I'm staying for the film.
Yeah.
Have to get back to work before the music starts. Usually when I've been here before, it's been for the music, so I'm switching it up a little bit this time.
That's great. Well, it's great talking to you.